Oh, hello everybody, my name is Jack and welcome back. Welcome back, of course, for another Italian language lesson. Today we are dealing with Passato Prossimo, aka the English equivalent of present perfect, kind of. Today we are continuing our journey through Italian verbs. However, we are going to deal with the first of the composite tenses, Passato Prossimo, which, as I said before, it can be considered the equivalent of English present perfect. Passato Prossimo, as you can figure it out by the word passato, it expresses actions happened in the past, at least in a very short past. It is formed by using as auxiliary verbs to be and to have in their simple present tenses. So let's take, for example, the verb to wait. In Italian, aspettare, are first conjugation. To form passato prossimo, I have to take the verb to have and use it as an auxiliary verb. Present tense, io ho aspettato. Passato prossimo can be considered the counterpart of English present perfect. If you notice, also present perfect has an auxiliary verb, the verb to have. In English, he has waited. In Italian, lui ha aspettato. So two forms are pretty similar because both of them use the verb to have as an auxiliary verb, and they collocate the action in the same moment of the timeline. That means the action started in a recent past and or that action also affects the present. In Italian, as I've told you before, I can use the remote past. Io aspettai. Differences? Well, actually, you are eligible to use both of those past tenses. However, there are still differences. The first very big difference is, as I said before, the timeline. Passato remoto collocates the action in the very past. That means I've waited for the bus very long time ago. While when I use passato prossimo, I intentionally mean that I waited for the bus in a more recent past. There is a second reason. Passato remoto, it is very diffused in the southern part of Italy. However, in the central and northern part of Italy, passato prossimo is the way to go. Third difference is passato prossimo has another usage. It can be used to describe actions that started in the past but that just concluded in the present. I've just finished the work. I mean that I started the work time ago in a recent past, but I just finished the work right now. The correct Italian translation will be io ho finito il lavoro. Finito comes from the verb finire, to finish, third conjugation. Lavoro means work. As I said, passato prossimo needs the verb to be or to have conjugated in their present tense form. Just take, for example, mangiare, to eat. Mangiare are first conjugation. To create passato prossimo, we must take the verb to have and conjugate it into its simple present form. To that, we add the real conjugation of the verb mangiare. Io ho mangiato, tu hai mangiato, lui, lei ha mangiato, noi abbiamo mangiato, voi avete mangiato, loro hanno mangiato. If we take, for example, another verb, the verb to stay, stare, still belonging to the first conjugation, are. However, you must use the verb to be as an auxiliary verb. Io sono stato, tu sei stato, lui, lei è stato, noi siamo stati, voi siete stati, loro sono stati. But the point is, when you have to use the verb essere or the verb avere, well, unfortunately, there are no strict rules, but we can figure out some practical rules. Listen carefully. The verb avere, to have, it is the most common auxiliary verb used to make the majority of composite tenses. Avere is the default choice for transitive verbs. However, there is a little exception. Verb avere can be found also in a small portion of intransitive verbs, like the example I slept, io ho dormito. Essere constitutes the auxiliary verb for the conjugation of the majority of intransitive verbs, like the following example: Henry arrived, Henry è arrivato. Ladies and gentlemen, the class is over. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want, please subscribe and hit the like button. But most importantly, comment if you have any suggestion or question about the lesson. Now, if you excuse me, I go back to important tasks I need to attend to. Bye! Speak like a genius.